Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ayush, tell me about your native place, about your family, about your education, about your hobbies and interests, about your participation in games and sports, your extracurricular activities, and why do you want to join in an army, and also where you would see yourself in coming 5 years from now. Yes.
Ma'am, I am from Kushinagar, a district of Uttar Pradesh. Kushinagar is known for its Buddhist pilgrimage, international site, and Buddhist. Most of the Asian Buddhist believes that it is the place where Gautam Buddha took his Mahaparinirvana after his death, and from Nepal and Sri Lanka also. It is a international tourist place, and thousands of pilgrims and Buddhists came there. Kushinagar is also the largest producer of sugarcane in all over the India. Talking about the political scenario of Kushinagar, so member of parliament from Kushinagar is Vijay Kumar Dubey, and who is from Bharatiya Janata Party, who was elected in 2000 general election, and the MLA of Kushinagar is Ravikant Mari Tripathi, who is also from BJP. And geographical conditions of Kushinagar is that it is 53 kilometers away from Gorakhpur, and Kushinagar is also building international airline, and near Kushinagar, 53 kilometers away from Kushinagar, there is Gorakhpur, which is the largest railway station of all over the Asia. And Kushinagar is an agriculture district when we talk about Kushinagar, and the population is very low as compared to other districts, because according to 2011 census, the population of Kushinagar was only 22,000. Almost it is agriculture district.
Right. Now tell me about family.
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, there are 4 members in my family: my father, my mother, my elder brother, and I. My father is a farmer, and there is also fish farming in my village. There is also a medical store in my village, and my mother is a housewife who usually do household works. My brother has completed his BTech from Greater Noida, and he is doing his job in Delhi now in Sun Kind Solar Company. And I, Ayush Raj, seeking about Indian Army as an officer. Ma'am, I have pursued my class 10th, that is high school, from Lucknow Public School of Lucknow. I scored 87.2% in class 10th, and I also completed my intermediate from Lucknow Public School itself, and I scored 83.2% in class 12th. My hobby is playing chess and running, and my interest is in making art and cooking. Ma'am, I want to join Indian Army because it started in my family when my brother was in class 12th. Then he applied for NDA in class 12th, but after qualifying his written examination, when he was preparing for SSB, then he suddenly got his leg fractured and hand also. So he couldn't appear for NDA SSB, and we are only 2 sons of my father. Then after that, at that time I was in class 6. When I entered in class 9th, then my father asked me, you want to join Indian Army? Then I was not much aware about Indian Army. I said, yes, I will try for it and I will see what is in it. When I came in class 10th, then I got a smartphone. Then I started searching about Indian Army as an officer, what is in it. But when I entered in class 11th, then I had to choose a subject. So that was the very crucial time for me, and because I was not too interested in mathematics, but for qualifying NDA, I had to choose PCM. So I chose PCM because because I had to appear for NDA written examination. I chose also, and I completed my intermediate, but I could score only 70 marks in that is intermediate. Uh, but in class 12th, I started preparing for and I started searching about Indian Army, and I got to know many more interesting things like uh, what is NDA, and many interesting things about NDA that uh, uh, the life of army officials, they are totally different, they have a totally different life, and uh, actually joining Indian Army is not a job. It is not a job. It is a way of life that we have to live. And I was also an adventurous person because I was a kabaddi player from class 6 to class 10th. So I think that yes, when I will go in Indian, then there will be a good scope for me to join kabaddi as a national player. So that's why I had to choose Indian Army.
Jai Hind, I'm Major Nasreen Fatima, squad leader retired. I've served in Indian Air Force for 10 years as a short service commissioned officer. I'm the first Air Force lady officer to join Territorial Army. I'm also associated with Centurion Defence Academy. I am the academic head of Centurion Defence Academy. And my endeavour is to provide quality academics. I ensure the lesson plans are made of competitive standards. I'm into setting and advancing academic strategy for highest number of selections. I ensure that both English medium and Hindi medium students, they understand the concept behind the defence entrance examination and the SSB. I ensure defence-oriented and student-friendly atmosphere in Centurion Defence Academy. So do join Centurion Defence Academy if you have it in you.
What special preparations you have done for the SSB since you have given your NDA written examination?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, after actually written examination of NDA was in April. So, but in March I went to home in Kushinagar, and I was living in Kushinagar in lockdown. I was in Kushinagar in all 5 months of lockdown. So my English communication was not too good, and that was a great opportunity for me to improve my English in 5 months. So I improved my English with practicing with my father also, and with my sister also. Uh, and when lockdown ends, then I came to Lucknow, and as I am a fresher, so I was not much aware about the pattern of SSB, what will be done in SSB. So I joined Centurion Defence Academy to only know the overview of SSB, which was an online batch. So after joining Centurion Defence Academy, I came to know more about overview of SSB, and OIR mental level reasoning was very good. Uh, I was very good in reasoning from class 10th only, because it was a very interesting subject. So I also practiced a lot in OIR, and now I can solve any question of OIR in only 10 seconds.
So where do you see yourself in coming 5 years from now?
Ma'am, I will see myself in coming 5 years as a lieutenant in Indian Army, and actually I want to be posted on Siachen Glacier, because it is a place where it is impossible for normal person or anyone to go there. So it is
What makes Siachen Glacier a special place? What makes it different from the other places?
Yes.
What it is known for?
Ma'am, in Siachen Glacier, it's a very cold place, and it is impossible for a person to live there without a proper training. And Indian Army provides a 1 year training to post a person on Siachen Glacier. And I have also heard a lot of interesting things like if you want to cook rice there, then it take 2 hours, 3 hours, and when a person sleeps on Siachen Glacier, then he got totally covered from ice. And
Okay, so you like adventure.
yes, ma'am.
In your family, you're closer to your mother or your father, and how do you contribute in your family? And about occupation of your father.
Ma'am, in my family, as there are only 4 members in my family, and my brother is living in Delhi from last 10 years. So I completed my class in village itself. So there was only 2 members with me, that were my father and my mother. So I was close to both of them, because my mother has only done. My mother was not. Uh, my father. Sorry, ma'am.
Continue.
My father is very much aware of general awareness, and he is also a politician, means a small politician in on village on district level only. So he used to tell me different types of things which are happening in the country, in area. And as I told you, my interest is in cooking. So my mother told me a lot of recipes and a lot of foods to cook me, how to cook it. So I think I was close to both of them. Talking about my father's occupation, he is basically a farmer, and uh, the main source of income is farming only. But there is also a medical shop in my village, and there is also a fish farm in my village.
What do your parents think about you?
Uh, my parents think my parents has a lot of expectations from me, because when I told him that I really want to join Indian Army, and in class 10th, then they told me that okay, you can join, but be sure that there is he also told me about SSB, and that it's a very difficult examination. But he believed that no, you have abilities, you can crack it. So he sent me to Lucknow, that okay, go and prepare. And 2 months before also, when there was lockdown, when I asked him that I want to go to Lucknow for preparation of SSB, then it allowed me that okay, you can go. So my father and my mother have a lot of expectations from me, and as my brother has done a very good in his life, so they also think that I will be doing in my future.
So, how many friends you have, Ayush?
Uh,
And what your friends think about you, and what they dislike, any particular quality they dislike about you?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am living in Lucknow from past 5 years, as I have completed my class 9, 10th, 11th, and 12th from Lucknow, and from Lucknow Public School and colleges only. So I have made a lot of friends in class 9th, 10th, in all the classes, but there are 6 friends who are very close to me, and they all are with me from class 9th. So we are very close to each other, and as I was living in a PG, that is hostel, when I was doing my intermediate. So in PG we were living on one floor, and in one room there were four students there. There were four friends there, so we were very close to each other. And to live here, we had to face a lot of difficulties, like uh, problems uh, in markets, anywhere in PG itself. So they helped a lot of me to know.
How many friends you have?
Ma'am, basically I have six friends, but I am close to two of them only.
Okay, one of your attributes, I mean, they don't like, one of the attributes they dislike about you.
Uh, Ma'am, they haven't told me that what they dislike about me, but
Tell me one challenging situation you have faced in your life and which you remember, and how you have overcome that challenging situation.
ma'am, when I came in Lucknow, then I was only 13 years of age, and I came here alone. And when I came here, then I have to live in a room that was on rent. So I opted for tiffin service for my food, but the food of tiffin was not too good, and I was not uh, feeling good for it. So my father suggested me that if you can cook, then you can cook food it by yourself. So I decided to cook and I started cooking, but I didn't knew anything. So first I started cooking rice and dal. So I cooked rice and dal for 1 month, in day and in night, both. And I ate rice and dal for 1 month. So that was a very difficult situation for me, and I couldn't tell I to my parents about this, because uh, my mother became too much uh, nervous when he came to know about this. So I started cooking rice, dal, and tried to cook sabji also.
So that was the challenging
Yes,
situation.
ma'am. But as the time passed, after 6 months, I was able to cook roti also. So and at this time I can cook every item.
That's good. Tell me three major problems which you think currently India is facing or dealing with. What are the three major problems?
Yes, ma'am. Currently, the main problem which India is facing is its conflict with China. That is, China has claimed that Arunachal Pradesh is in the border of China, and there also a conflict in Galwan Ghati and uh, on Ladakh area. So India is facing this challenge from past 4 months, and at this time also it had not overcome it. Second problem which India is facing is with Pakistan. That from yesterday also, India lost three of its soldiers in ceasefire of Pakistan. So India is facing problems with India and China, both of them, but I think uh, it is able to face both of them at a time.
What are the other problems?
The other problems which India is facing is its internal conflicts, like uh, central government passed farm bills in past weeks, and the farmers of Punjab and Chandigarh are protesting that they are saying that they will not get MSP, that is minimum support price, after passing this bill, and so it is also facing this internal protest, and uh, there is also, I think, ma'am, that India, improve. It should improve and make correction in its police department and laws that we have, as I have seen in Hathras case, that the police department uh, burned the body of that uh, victim in night itself without the permission of their family, and
There
their
should be more reform pertaining to
yes, ma'am.
the
And uh, the government should do more things for this, because from yesterday also Hathras case is of 14 September, and in Balrampur yesterday there was also a gang rape. So the government should keep it in mind, and it should reform this very soon.
Tell me, what is the difference between LOC and LAC?
Ma'am, LOC, it is a border LOC that is that is in Jammu and Kashmir, and it is with Pakistan, near Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and LAC is with China, and it is line of LOC is line of control, and LAC is line of actual control. So it is with China, LAC is with China, and LOC is with Pakistan.
Tell me about the recent deployment of army inventories at line of actual control, which was in the news.
Sorry, ma'am, I will check it later.
Right. Tell me about the recent defense deal with Russia, with US, and with France. What all inventories the India imported from these countries?
Ma'am, India has imported Chinook helicopter, Triple M howitzer from US in recent times, and ma'am, I'm not able to remember the deal with Russia.
Tell me, what is the main issue about South China Sea?
Ma'am, in South China Sea, China is claiming that that area there are many islands there with Japan. So China is claiming that its name is South China. So China is claiming that it is under the China government, and China is stopping the Japanese to uh, to move into that sea, because China about 80% of China energy, 80% of the energy of China it import from South China Sea, and about 40% of trade China do it from South China Sea. So it is a very South China Sea is a very important and a very important place for China.
Okay, tell me about the string of pearls strategy of China.
Sorry, ma'am.
String of pearls strategy of China.
Sorry, ma'am. I will check it
China
later.
is making its bases across India, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is called the string of pearls strategy. I mean, neighboring countries.
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you have any idea about it?
No, ma'am.
Right. Tell me about Indian Army, and what are the duties and responsibilities of technical officer? Tell me about Indian Army. Okay, I'll read the question. Tell me about the Indian Army, and tell me about the duties and responsibilities of an army officer.
Ma'am, Indian Army is the third largest army in all over the world, and it has won a great wars, like as we can see, like Kargil War, and 3 wars with Pakistan also. So Indian Army is a very is the strongest. I think it is the strongest army, and it has a different type of special forces which are best in the world, like Para Commando, Marcos. So they are best in the world. The duty of an army officer is to lead its troop effectively, and uh, uh, sorry, ma'am.
Right. Tell me, who is CDS? Who is the Chief of Defence Staff? And what are his roles and responsibilities? And who is the Chief of Indian Army?
Ma'am, Bipin Rawat is CDS, and his responsibilities is to coordinate, is to balance, is to create a balance between all the 3 forces, that is Indian Army, Indian Air Force, and Indian Navy. And the Chief of Army Staff is MM Narwane, that is General MM Narwane, that is General MM Narwane.
Tell me, if you not get recommended, what you gonna do?
Ma'am, I think I have prepared a lot for SSB, and I have also worked a lot for SSB, and so I think that I am the best suitable person who will be get recommended, and ma'am, I am sure that I will get recommended.
What if you fail in all your NDA attempts?
Ma'am, if I will fail in all NDA attempts, then I will pursue graduation, and after that I will opt for CDS.
So Ayush, now I'm going to debrief you regarding the interview which has just taken place, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So starting with the initial questions, my observation is that you forgot some of the questions which are asked. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes, ma'am.
You forgot some of the questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And I also observed that you spoke about your father's occupation. Initially you said farmer, and then you said he's also a small-time politician, right?
Yes, ma'am. Like village pradhan also. Type.
So you should have mentioned that also.
Yes, ma'am.
And apart from this, what I observed, that you need to update your knowledge pertaining to the Pakistan, knowledge pertaining to China, the India's relation with Pakistan and China, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the defense deals, the defense awareness part also, you need to update your knowledge on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And you forgot the question, that is the major thing. And so prepare well next time.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So you need to think and answer so that you don't forget the sequence, and you need to update your knowledge. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
अगर आपने सेंचुरियन डिफेंस एकेडमी के YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो अभी सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन दबाएं ताकि लेटेस्ट नोटिफिकेशंस आपके पास में सबसे पहले पहुंचे।